Tugger Game Week 1 review is as follows. So, match 1, Chudley Cannons won, hence this review. We beat Colo Capolo. First word that springs to mind when I think of the Chudley Cannons is team. Throughout the whole team, those contributions, with the exception of the goalkeeper. I'm notorious for not being able to choose a goalkeeper. Last season I won some granny gloves for having the least amount of clean sheets in the league. But I still scored 123.75. Yeah, so I'd be Colo. Colo scored 75.75, let down by his superstars, particularly his midfielders. Not Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling had a cracker, scored a hat-trick, had one controversially disallowed. VAR, fucking shit. But yeah, quite a comprehensive victory in the end in El Clasico. I still think Colo will have a very strong season. He'll be in the top 3. Next game was Burnley. He beat Flops. A bit of a classic, this one. So Burnley scored 51 points from Ashley Barnes and Goodmanson. No one would have expected that return from them. But STP started pulling it back in the Man United game. People like Pereira getting an assist. But yeah, Burnley won. Who would have thought? Burnley almost have as many wins this season as what they achieved in the whole of last season. Not the best start for STP. I think he needs to trade with me. He has some pretty decent trades on the table. Let's see if he's got the balls to accept one and become somebody who knows how to do a trade. Be the first trade in 4 years if STP accepts. Next game was also another classic, highest scoring game of the weekend if you add the two teams together. Jura come from nowhere to win by 5 points. Jura man of the match, De Gea, 22 points for a keeper. Now the whole of last season I scored 80 points in total for all keepers across all game weeks. Jura has got quarter of those points after 1 game week. Well done, Jura. I suspect a strong season from both of these gladiators. Jura has drafted better. I expect Kyle the Tinker Man to do a few what his usual act of picking up a few bargains on the free agent pile and for them to be reasonable. But I see a mid-table finish ahead for Kyle and a little bit better for Jura, kind of pushing for a top 3 finish, if not within the top 3 alongside myself and Colo. Next game was the upset of the weekend. Fluke, lucky, use all those different words that you want to describe some sort of luckiness. It's all about Rag. Rag, I didn't think would win a single game all season, especially after seeing the clip of his draft. Who picks a centre-half in the first round? Who then picks the other shit that he picked in pretty much every other round? But somehow he scored over 100 points in a game week. Well done on breaking that barrier in the first attempt and beating one of the well, actually the longest member of the Tugger family. He's in his 5th season, is Gabe. Some say it's like Arsene Wenger when he was coming towards his Arsenal manager tenure. Is Tugger getting too much for Gabe? Is his dinosaur old-fashioned tactics no longer suitable in the modern era? Rumours have it Gabe may well be the next resignation. From a player perspective, 60 points were scored by Rag's defence. Rag's always been a strong defender. He used to be a left back in his day. Reasonable left back, actually. He used to go to school with Tony DeRigo. True fact. Not many people know that, but that is true. Final game week. It's pointless even reviewing this. It was Dan, who I'd be surprised if he lasts longer than another week or 2. He's the berry of the league. At some point we just need to start cancelling his fixtures. The integrity of the league's in question. His team's appalling. Both have got shit logos as well. He's just used the Aston Villa logo, called his team the Villains. He's put as much effort into this league as what somebody would picking a standard fantasy football team out of the sun. That's not the level of dedication that you need to be in this league. How much longer is this going to go on? Yeah, big question marks over the league integrity the longer he remains in the league. But the legend that is Harry Kane, 2 goals. Did he score 2? Yeah, he scored twice to beat Aston Villa at the weekend and give Headphones 26 points. Good result. Both trades, Harry Kane swapping for Maddison and Firmino, resulted in good results for both managers involved in trading. So I guess the key message to take away from that is trade more. You trade more, you refresh your team, you can try to trade up. So yeah, trade more was the motto for Game Week 1 review. So that's the end. Good wins for a number of people. Couple of classics in there. Shock result being beating Gabe. Dan on his last legs in the league. Great first week. Let's hope the next 37 are as equally enjoyable. I want to dedicate this car review to Gabe because I know how much he loves them. I look forward to speaking to you guys next week when I do Game Week 2 review. Thanks, bye.